sports fans, Coach Nick here, and welcome to B-Ball Breakdown. Very excited. Welcome to our playoff preview. And what better place to start than with the Bulls versus Pacers. The Pacers had a bit of a season in flux. They changed coaches in midstream, changed their lineup a bit, and have actually improved quite considerably since then. The Bulls, on the other hand, are peaking at the precise right time, having won 7 in a row and decimating all comers. That said, I went through some of the interesting stats between these two teams, and I want to show you what I uncovered, plus some footage of what's going to hurt and harm both teams against each other. Brandon Rush had been establishing himself as a starter with 13 points per game in December. However, he's hit hard times and is averaging half that over the last couple months. The Pacers are going to need serious production from him. Danny Granger averages 22.7 points a game in their wins, but in their losses only averages 18.7, a difference of 4 points per game. They can't afford that drop-off against the Bulls. Mike Dunleavy has been on fire from two-point range in April, and they're going to need him to shoot even better than that to keep in this series. Roy Hibbert has also been on fire in April, averaging 15 points and 9 rebounds and 1 block, doing very nicely after a rocky middle of the season. At 7'2", Roy Hibbert is long and quick and poses lots of problems for teams when he gets the ball in the low post. Loves to spin and dunk on the baseline. He has a variety of moves, including a nice little jump hook along the baseline as well. And he likes to roll to his left and finish with a right-hand sweeping hook. The Pacers' offense is predicated on spacing and movement, and you'll see Hibbert act more like a forward as he dives to the basket and finishes with a foul. Hibbert also likes to run the floor and has very good foot speed for a big man. He'll dive right to the basket, get great position, and finish at the rim. As defenses have been forced to collapse on him, he's gotten much better at passing the ball out to the shooters, and as he's gotten more comfortable with the ball, he's been getting niftier with those passes, which led him to be ranked 5th among all centers in assists in the NBA. Danny Granger is basically a younger version of Ray Allen in my mind. He can really nail the three, either open or coming off of a down screen and popping out. And he can use the threat of that three to do a shot fake and get to the mid-range game off the glass beautifully. The Pacers' bread and butter is down screens for Granger coming off of a variety of places on the floor. There might only be about 2 or 3 guys better than him at shooting that kind of shot. Out of bounds plays also, he knows how to get the shot off and get to the line, and he'll also post up and cause problems as a good passer or as a finisher from the post. One of the most intriguing matchups in my mind is Boozer versus Hansbrough. In the one win the Pacers had against the Bulls in overtime, Hansbrough went off for 29 points. And I have to imagine that this is going to be one of the biggest keys for the Pacers to compete with the Bulls, is getting enough production out of Hansbrough to balance any points he might give up on the defensive end. Hansbrough's biggest improvement has been the pick and pop along the top of the key. He's been very effective from that position scoring-wise. And because teams have to respect that shot, he can get to the basket. While it ain't pretty, it's pretty effective, and he can post up on either side of the lane and have a little jump hook to the baseline, or can move into the middle strong and finish with a soft touch. Again, it ain't pretty, but it's effective. Not to be overlooked is his hustle. And if he misses a shot, you better box him out, because he's going to make that work for him by getting the rebound and finishing at the rim. Defense is not his specialty. He doesn't have the foot speed to keep up with quicker guys, and it's going to be a matter of him outscoring his own man to make that balance out. A curious stat for Derrick Rose is that he averages 24.9 and 8 in their wins, and in the losses, he actually scores 1 more point a game and 1 less assist. So he needs to focus on setting his teammates up, yet still being a threat, but scoring is not the biggest thing for him in the series. Carlos Boozer is the same way. In the wins, he actually scores 17.5 points a game and 9.8 rebounds, and in the losses, 1 more point a game and 1 less rebound. So they need to focus in on the important things, rebounding and helping the teammates do better. Luol Deng is the X factor here. In the Bulls wins, he scores 17.9 and 3.1 assists, and in the losses, he's the one who scores less. So it seems to me that he needs to be able to score and assist and do all the little things he does to help the Bulls win this series. The Bulls' primary threat for Rose on top is a screen and roll, and if they do it with Hibbert's man, he'll have a field day against all the other big men for Indiana because Rose can finish with either hand and elevate over just about anybody the Pacers have to offer. In the transition game, the Pacers better pick him up earlier than the three-point line, or else he'll explode to the basket and get you a layup or a foul almost every time. To make matters worse for the Pacers, Rose has developed a very nice passing game, averaging 8 assists a game. Plus, he can hit from downtown if you let him get his feet set underneath him. Let's just say Darren Collison isn't going to do much against Rose. The Bulls primarily use Carlos Boozer as a low-post presence, and they'll screen multiple times away from him along the baseline to get him good position on the low block, where he has a variety of turns and spins and fades with nice arc. He is a little undersized, so he likes to use his speed and quickness to get by guys and finish on the other side of the basket. Here's another cross screen set for him to get the ball in the low post, and he can step back and hit a nice little jump shot as well. Against bigger defenders, he likes to do a little fadeaway jump hook. It shouldn't be an issue though against the Pacers. Here's where the Pacers should be most concerned about Boozer, when he gets the ball in the perimeter and gets to the middle with a dribble and hits the shot. A lot of people have said negative things about Boozer's defense, including me. That said, he has improved his effort out there and has really tried, and is also the 8th leading defensive rebounder in the league. Luol Deng is the true X factor for the Bulls, as he can slash to his left as well as anybody, plus he can move without the ball terrifically, getting to the hoop and finishing at the rim. With his size and speed, I just don't see Granger stopping him on plays like this. But Pacer fans should be really concerned if Deng starts to get his pull-up game going, because he could be simply deadly if you don't know whether he's going to pull up or go all the way to the basket. And if he makes his threes, forget about it. He also has unparalleled effort on defense, chasing guys through screens and never giving up, harassing them into misses. And I don't see Granger going off on the Bulls with the kind of effort that Deng brings every night to the court. So there you have it, sports fans. An extraordinary amount of things would have to happen for the Pacers to have a chance to win this series. I don't think it's going to happen. I think Deng can cover Granger with no problem. I think Noah is going to be able to handle Hibbert with no problem. And the Indiana Pacers have no answer for Derrick Rose. In a 7-game series, a team can get 1 game, and that's what I think is going to happen. I think the Bulls will win this thing in 5. Well, thanks for joining us. Stay tuned for another breakdown for the playoffs. And don't forget, at B-Ball Breakdown, it's not a channel, it's a conversation.